What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJP1 here with the final stance. It's been a while since I've done a podcast episode. Had some health issues come up. I was sick with the stomach bug that was going around for like a week and a half. My wife had it. Luckily, I didn't have it as bad as she did. She had it pretty bad, but being a type 2 diabetic and in the shape I'm in, I seem to get ailments like that a little worse than I used to, but overall, that's going to get fixed down the line, so I'm excited for that. Some things to catch up on. Tomorrow, I go in for my final weigh-in for my bariatric surgery. And then on Friday, I have my psych eval with the therapist. So that's going to be cool. I'm excited to get those done and get the ball rolling. It's been a long journey. I've had to wait 6 months to start like with all this other stuff. I mean, I didn't have to wait the 6 months to do the psych eval, but I've had to wait 6 months to do the weigh-ins and, you know, all that jazz for insurance. And come to find out, my insurance may not cover it, so I may be paying for a very expensive surgery on my own. But I don't care. It's all about living and just, you know, having a better existence and better life with my wife and my dog. So, yeah. We've got a lot to catch up on. For all my wrestling fans out there, big wrestling news over this last weekend. I'm still in shock. I can't believe that it happened. I thought it would never happen. But I guess in the wrestling world, you know, the old adage is true, never say never. Of course, I never thought I'd see Bret Hart back at good terms with Vince McMahon and let alone Shawn Michaels. That happened. I never thought I'd see the Ultimate Warrior back with WWE and all that stuff. And you know, like they always say, if it's good for business, it'll happen. And Triple H is different than Vince, and he'll swallow his pride more than Vince will on specific fronts. But the one I'm talking about is the return of R-Truth. Nah, just kidding. That I was extremely happy to see R-Truth back, because R-Truth is one of, if not the funniest wrestlers that's ever been. That man makes every show better, and he doesn't even have to step in the ring. Like, he's a good wrestler, and he's very entertaining when he wrestles. But when he has like backstage skits or even any kind of skit, R-Truth is the man. Like, he's probably the funniest wrestler that has ever been in WWE. But I'm talking about the return of the quote-unquote, because I will not say he is, but the quote-unquote best in the world, CM Punk. I never in a million years thought that I would ever see CM Punk again in a WWE ring. Like, I was floored when I heard his music at the end of the show. I was floored. I feel like I had to pick my jaw off the floor, because I never thought I would see, with what had happened back in 2013, but 2014 when he left, and what had happened in AEW when he was there, I honestly never thought I would see him in WWE. I really didn't. I thought if anyone had ever burned that bridge, it was CM Punk. But he didn't. He's back. I'm anxious to see how it goes. I've been a big CM Punk detractor for years. But I'm going to eat crow on this one, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And just like when they cast Ben Affleck as Batman, and my boy Kevin Smith came out and was talking all about how great Ben Affleck's going to do, I responded with, "In Kevin I trust." So with the CM Punk signing and Triple H I trust, because ever since he's taken over, I don't think of one thing that Triple H has let us as fans down on. Pretty much anything we want, he's given us. You know, God rest his soul. We wanted Bray back. He got Bray back. Fans have clamored for 10 years. 10 years for CM Punk. He brings CM Punk back. He brought Io Sky back, Kairi Sane back. Like, he's given so many guys new chances, and I'm excited. Like, he split the belts in two, and we have a world heavyweight champion on Raw and a WWE undisputed champion on SmackDown. Like, that's how it needs to be. Like, Triple H is making like, I know Donald Trump's was Make America Great Again, but Triple H is making wrestling fun again. Like, he's making it more enjoyable for not just the casual fan, but for a wrestling enthusiast like myself. And even though I can't stand Logan Paul or Bad Bunny, bringing those two in, it's not been a horrible thing. I mean, hell, we got Carlito back. Carlito. How awesome is that? Freaking Carlito. I love Carlito. Glad he's back. It's so, like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt with bringing. I'm gonna say Seth Rollins' line, Pepsi Phil. Bring him back. Excuse me. I think they should just put CM Punk and Seth Rollins in a cage and let them fight. Like, because obviously those two hate each other. I don't even know what it's over, but who knows? It's interesting nonetheless. And we also had another awesome return on Survivor Series War Games this past weekend. After 18 months and having double fusion back surgery, the Viper Randy Orton is back. I'm extremely glad to see Randy back. I think it'll be great for him to be back. It'll definitely be great for the young talent to have someone like that they can work off of and work with and learn from. I don't want him. I don't think it would be good for him to feud with Roman at any point. And I know this is where they're heading with it. I know at some point it's going to be Randy versus Roman for the title. I just don't want it. Randy's like a 14-time champion, 13, 14. I think he's 14-time champion. If they put him against Roman, it's going to go one of two ways. Either they're going to have him face Roman at WrestleMania, and everyone's like, okay, he's going to lose. And then they're going to pull the ripcord and have Randy defeat Roman, which I think would be the absolute worst thing ever. Or they're going to have Cody Rhodes win and then throw him against Roman and Randy in a triple threat. I don't think it's right for Randy Orton to be anywhere near the championship picture. His time's over. But anywho, we had those returns, which was pretty awesome if you're a WWE fan like myself, or just a pro wrestling fan like I am. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Quite possibly the biggest game of the year, the Michigan versus Ohio State Buckeyes, with the victors being the Wolverines of Michigan. My boys. I love it. 3 in a row. We've kicked their ass 3 years in a row. I don't think there's anything more annoying on this planet than an Ohio State fan. Maybe an Eagles fan. I don't know. Maybe. But Ohio State fans are pretty annoying. I can't stand them. I can't stand Ohio State. My wife made a joke the other day that she was going to become an Ohio State fan, and I said, I will divorce you on Monday. I don't deal with Ohio State at all. So the fact that, 1, they lost, and 2, they lost to us, that's the best damn feeling in the world. So hopefully, let's see, we got the Big Ten Championship this week. So we'll roll into Indy, win the Big Ten title, hopefully, and then hopefully be facing Georgia for the national championship, and we'll come out on top with that once everything goes down. I mean, I know there's some things that have to happen first, but honestly don't see anybody beating us. With or without Jim Harbaugh, I really don't give a damn. I will give the man credit, though. He's turned us into the powerhouse that we used to be. I mean, case in point with our 1,000th win a couple weeks ago. The first team in college football history to 1,000 wins. You gotta love that. So that was pretty awesome. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I screwed up with my medication, so I wasn't able to physically attend any of ours that we had. But my wife did bring me some plates. She brought me some food from my aunts, and then brought me some from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's. He hooked me up. So hope you all had some good food, was able to enjoy the company of your loved ones, and just enjoy the holiday and give thanks. To my people who went Black Friday shopping, did y'all get any good deals? I was checking the papers, and I was checking online, and checking websites and stuff. I wasn't really impressed with like anybody's Black Friday deals. I know I seen it on, I think it was TikTok. Somebody shared like a video of a mall on Black Friday, and it was like 8:30 in the morning, and there's like nobody there. Like, boy, I remember back in my day, like, you couldn't go, like, even 10 years ago, you couldn't go and not run into, like, freaking 10,000 people, it felt like. I mean, I'm sure there wasn't that many people there, but you never know. Like it would be wall-to-wall people. Everybody crowding freaking Walmart. And, well, this is 10 years ago, Toys R Us. Man, I remember back when I was a kid, dude. Freaking Toys R Us on Black Friday, man. That place be popping. Line friggin' all the way down the parking lot trying to get in. I remember when I was a kid, my mom went Black Friday shopping one time, and she came back, and it looked like she's seen a ghost. Man, she's like, never again. She said, I will never do that again. And she didn't. Like, that woman was true to her word, man. She did not go at all. Well, anytime. I remember it was like a couple years later, we had Thanksgiving over at my Aunt Brenda's house. And her and my cousin Jamie were talking about going Black Friday shopping in the morning, talking about getting up at like 4 a.m. to go Black Friday shopping. And they asked my mom if she wanted to go. And my mom just kind of laughed. And she's like, I ain't never doing that again. She's like, I went one time and that was enough for me. My mama did not like crowds. She was definitely not a crowd person. I remember it wasn't Black Friday shopping, but here in the hometown, the town I'm at, the Walmart was open for, I don't know, open to like, I think it was open for a few hours from like 8 to midnight or something like that. And they were having a massive sale on DVDs and Blu-rays and obviously like the typical Black Friday stuff. I went with one of my best friends, and we got separated, and the place was freaking packed, and I couldn't find him nowhere. He couldn't find me. So, and I rode with them, so I'm freaking like waiting at the front forever on them to get through and get what they needed. But oh my God, like I went that one year. That night I was like, I'm done. I won't ever do it again. And I've not been Black Friday shopping or any type of shopping like that ever since. Thank God for Cyber Monday. And my wife and I already have our Christmas done. So that's good. She's like me. She doesn't like dealing with a lot of people, a lot of crowds. And I don't do that stuff. It's weird because like shopping and stuff like that, it bugs the shit out of me. I hate it. I don't like going shopping when it's really crowded. I don't like really crowded restaurants, all that stuff. But like wrestling events and like I've been to 2 NBA games that didn't bother me at all. I've been to a couple concerts that didn't bug me. Crap ton of people. I was fine. But restaurants and shopping bugs me. I don't know why. All that other crap doesn't bother me. I've been to Wrigley Field twice. 3 baseball games in Chicago, and it didn't bother me. Which shocked me because the first time I went, it was in July. And it was hot as can be. We went the night before, stayed in a hotel, got up, it rained overnight, and in the morning, then we went to the game, and the humidity that day, my word. And I was in hipster hell. Blaine can attest to that. Like, I was like, this is my personal hell. I look around and there's just nothing but hipsters, and it was just like, oh my God. I was thinking, this is why I'm with the south side of Chicago, like where these people won't go. Like, I'm all for that. Like, then I went to the night game the next year, and same thing. Some jackass spilled his beer on my Vikings hoodie. I was pissed. Oh man, I was mad. So, that was a whole thing. I'll have to have Blaine on here with me so we can talk about the 2 trips to Chicago for the Cubs games. We went the first year they played the Reds, and then the second year they played the Mets. So that was pretty cool. And then we did like a whole thing the second time. It was a lot of fun. I love Chicago. I love the city. I don't know. I tell my wife all the time, like anytime we watch House Hunters or something like that, and they show Chicago, I'm like, man, if I had never met you, like I always figured I'd move to the city and like, I don't know, go work at Cook County Jail or some shit. Something like that. I don't know. There's just something about the city of Chicago that I love. The city has so much pride, and the buildings are gorgeous. It's rich in sports history. I don't know. There's really no city, in my opinion, that could beat Chicago. And then in 2018, I went to Chicago with my wife. She surprised me and took me to my very first White Sox game. And we whipped the Red Sox ass, which was awesome. It almost got rained out. We were there, and then it just started pouring down rain. And they were at the 3rd inning, I think. They had just finished the top of the 3rd, and we were already kicking their ass. We ended up winning, I think, like 9-1. But then they were calling it, and like they didn't know what was going to happen. And we, at the time, I lived in Lafayette with her, and I didn't want to stay all freaking night waiting. And we were getting ready to come back home. And I asked her, I said, just give me 1 second. And I went and looked at the TV in one of the VIP lounge areas. And I seen them back on the field rolling up the tarp. And I thought, and I looked at her, I said, let's go. I said, rolling the tarp up. I was like, we're going to play. And thank God we stayed. I ended up having a wet ass because my seat was soaked. I didn't give a shit. A boyhood dream of mine had come true. I'd been a White Sox fan my whole life. Up to that point was 25 years. I had never been to a game. So that was a dream come true. And thank the Lord they ended up winning on my first time there. It was awesome. We went and before the game got some neighborhood pizza. And then we went and seen the Gallagher house from Shameless. If you're in Chicago, you got to go see that house. It's trippy. It's cool. We went there. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I forget how I got on the talk of going to Chicago. But if you ever want a place to go to Chicago, man. It's a lot of fun. You got a lot of cool stuff. Oh, yeah. And then I ain't going to talk about the Bears beating the Vikings over the weekend or on Monday. That was freaking atrocious. Like, if anything came out of that game, Kirk Cousins just sealed his job. I knew Josh Dobbs wasn't for real. Come on now. He ain't ever been for real. It was a nice little love story while it lasted, but it's time to get back to reality. I say, like, they still got us in the playoffs. I don't want to be in the playoffs. Like, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, we got a bye this week. I just want to lose out the rest of the way, get a higher draft pick, and then go get somebody. Like, I know that we need other position players. I know we need defense. Our defense hasn't been that bad. It's not been that good, but it hasn't been that bad. We need Justin Jefferson to come back. That will help out a lot. But we need a franchise guy. I say sign Kirk to another year or two and go draft like Bo Nix or Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy from Michigan or, I don't know, Spencer Rattler, somebody, and let them sit and learn. Kirk has got us this far as a franchise. Like, let him run his thing. He deserves it. The players love him. The staff loves him. The city of Minneapolis loves him. Vikings Nation loves him. Like, go get a guy to sit behind him for a couple years. Or if you don't want to draft a guy, like, let Jaron Hall find out what he's got. See what he's got. Because he didn't really get a fair shot. He did, and then he got hurt. So, like, let him see what he has. We might already have a guy that can sit behind Kirk and learn. And then you can go get, a skill player at another position. But I don't know. Kudos to the Bears on their win. I mean, hell, they beat us without even scoring a touchdown. How sad is that? They beat us on field goals. Like, come on now. If you're going to lose to a team like the Bears and you lose by field goals, that's sad. That's sad, bro. But yeah, so there's all that. Like, it's been a interesting thing. I've been watching Last Chance U on Netflix. Y'all ever watch that show? That's a cool show, man. Like, I'm digging. I've watched it before, but it was a long time ago. I forgot a lot about it, honestly, and I've been looking at what happened to some of these players and stuff after they leave it. If y'all don't know what Last Chance U is, it's a show about junior college football teams. 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons are about East Mississippi, down to Scuba, Mississippi, And then the other one that I'm watching now is about a team in Independence, Kansas. And their coach, Jason Brown, he's a white boy from Compton. So he's definitely a little rough around the edges as far as what people in Kansas are probably used to. But it's an interesting show. Like, if you like football and documentaries, it's a pretty cool show. It reminds me a lot of... did y'all ever watch Two-A-Days back in the day on MTV? Yeah, it reminds me of Two-A-Days a lot. I love that show, man. That was a freaking badass show. I just bought it not too long ago, first season, on DVD. It's pretty cool. I used to watch it a lot back in the day, back when they had it on MTV. Old coach Rush Probst. He's on some other show. What's it called? On Netflix. Titletown or something like that. Some show like that. It's pretty cool. I watched that like a year ago or so. It is actually pretty decent. It's basically Two-A-Days. But yeah, no. If you ever get a shot, man, anybody go give this a watch. It's actually a really cool show. A lot of drama and a lot of issues with people. See a lot of people doing stupid shit. I just watched some guy blow a shot because he him and some of his friends broke into some dude's dorm and stole like $250 and a freaking plastic bag full of food. And like the player, he was like, I was just stealing food. Like, are you that hard up? Like, do you gotta steal food, bro? And then like everybody's giving him this send off like he's been wronged. And like, oh, this is so sad. Dude blew his chances twice now. Like, he got kicked out of the school, got arrested, and then got brought back and is kicked out again for stealing. Like, I don't get it, but whatever. It's funny. But I'll definitely recommend it. I'm going to finish the episode that I'm on now. But yeah, you should definitely give it a shot if you guys haven't watched it yet already. We ended up watching some good movies over the weekend, me and my wife, on Netflix and stuff. Watched You People with Jonah Hill. That's a funny ass movie. And have you guys watched Where the Crawdads Sing? Man, that's such a great movie. Highly recommend that movie. Oh man, it's a classic. I was really, really impressed. And then I watched a movie with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. Your Place or Mine, I think is what it's called. I don't know. It was good. It's on, I think, Netflix. It was really good. But yeah. So that's where we're at. Like, I'm ready to start my journey here with the bariatric surgery and change my life. I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on that journey. So definitely keep your eye out on that if you're interested in somebody's journey with that and dramatic weight loss, because I am not going to lie, I am going to drop massive weight with this. I had a friend of mine, he did it, and he dropped 200 pounds in 3 months. So I'm going to try and duplicate that, if not more, because I'm a lot bigger than he was. So we'll see what happens. But be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for some special guests I'm going to have. I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Signal 10 promoter Kyle Hall on Monday. I'm excited for that. Anytime we get to talk wrestling and all that good stuff, it's always a good thing. This month, Disciples Records will be opening in Terre Haute. I believe Brett posted it's the 16th. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be awesome to see. It's always good when you got a friend that has his own business and you like to see him succeed. So I'm definitely excited for that to be popping up here soon. I'm working a couple other things down the line. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully this weekend I'm going to go out and see some Christmas lights with the wife and just kind of enjoy this weekend. Hopefully going to have Cody, my cousin, on here soon so we can talk some video games. So I'm excited to talk about that. Excited to get back into that. I was very disappointed with what I seen as far as reviews for the new Call of Duty that came out. I was gonna buy it, but now I'm not too sure. Glad I didn't buy the new Madden. It looks just like the old one, just updated roster, honestly. But yeah, been playing Hogwarts Legacy a little bit. Love that game. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. I'm gonna try and get the wife on here. I'd like to get her on here, talk about a little true crime. I know you guys like some true crime, and I know me and her love it, so we talk about stuff all the time. Speaking of crime, I know I'm rambling on here, but y'all ever watch Court Cam on Hulu? My God, that show is awesome. We've been binging it for like the last week. Freaking love that show. It's like when we're watching TV, it's either House Hunters or Court Cam, one or the other. But those people, man, they do some of the dumbest stuff in the courtroom. Like I watched one where a guy like is on camera dropping a baggie of cocaine. Like, are you kidding me, dude? You brought drugs into a courthouse? Are you dumb? Like, come on, man. But yeah, definitely watch that show if you want to watch stupid people. But I'm going to try and get on here more. I know I say that and I don't. Like, I'm sorry. I apologize. Life happens. You get sick. You get depressed. My dad's death is still fresh with me. I know it was a year ago, but he died in October, same month as my birthday. And then Thanksgiving was his favorite holiday. And then that comes. It's just kind of at Christmas. It's a rough time. And I've had a lot of people pass away in this time frame. So as far as like the months, so feels like every month I'm mourning somebody's birthday or death when it comes to wintertime. So just kind of bear with me. Wintertime's a little rough. But I appreciate you guys listening. Don't forget to heart, follow, find me on Facebook, The Final Stance. If you have any questions, I love interacting with everybody. So message me, comment on here, whatever. Share. Go out, support your local businesses. They're the lifeblood of your community. Don't forget to love yourself, love one another. Most of all, just enjoy life. None of us are here that long. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy your pets, enjoy yourself. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.